Welcome back. We're gonna continue in this. I have no idea where we are, actually. The Imperial Audience. Guess with the new Guardians.
Directly out of Nordling Tales. Inconceivable.
Okay. Still gonna loot this place. We got more books to read. The Wonders of Zerrikania. During my many travels, I have seen countless extraordinary places. The primeval wilds of Brokillion. With trees so high their tips disappear in the clouds, the woven chambers carved into the guts of the Mahakan mountains, with walls plated in pure gold, the ice palace of Pont Vanis, adorned with stained frost windows, yet none of these made such an impression on me as did the rightly famed Zerrikania. Yet while I was traversing the fairy mountains, I feared disappointment awaited me on the other side. I had heard many a fantastic tale about Zerrikanian, about its trackless sands burned white by the sun, its golden scaled dragons weaving their nests amidst the dunes, its hunchbacked horses able to survive weeks without even a swallow of water. Yet none seemed to me met Yet none seemed to me at all plausible. I was sure all these sensations were but the figments of some bard's overactive imagination. I know this will be as hard for you to believe, dear reader, as it is once for me, but all of the unbelievable tales are true. Not only that, during my many months of travel, I came across wonders for surpassing those any prior travelogues mentioned. I saw temples dedicated to the worship of dragons. I heard their voice, almost human, but reverberating with 1,000 echoes. I met warrior maids clad in leopard skins, tattooed from head to foot, and giving no ground to witchers in mastery of the blade. I saw mages who channeled power from fire. I saw seemingly harmless flies whose solitary bite would make a man fall into a deep slumber, never to awaken, save to die. In short, Zerrikania is a land where the fantastic is normal and the impossible occurs daily. Anything else I can take? Oh, Gnomish prankings. Scrap the greasing from a dog's ear, soak into cotton twine, place in a new lamp of greenish hue, and set said lamp betwixt an eager crowd. Forsooth shall they swear that a dog's head they behold, and this shall be no sorcery, but good betidings. For the Prince of Elander's nuptials, a peltry gnome armed with a miniature cutlass behind himself in a pie. When guests partook of the princely banquet, Anon jumped out of the base-bred gnome, giving a terrible fright to all at first, then causing much merriment once the jest was figured. A Chinolcephalus, or a dog head in our tongue, a beast that in the waste of Zanguebar dwells, has the corpus of a man but the head of a dog. The Prince of Elander did receive such a specimen from those far-off lands. The Chinolcephalus let stream its urine with the trolling of every hour, both day and night, and this is why the Zanguebarians engrave its likeness on timepieces and compasses. How many books are there in this game? A sword for witches. Who are the hunters, we ask? Folk like you and yours, I reply, the decent kind, haters of light, doers of good. The kind who live according to God's loves and nature's love too. Those disgusted by the machinations of witches, magicians, and non-humans. All that separates us from common folk is that we have the courage to take up arms, to defend our lands from evil, to slice out the gangrene that eats us from within. We haven't a leader, we haven't fought our land. Taught God-fearing Radovid support us with his gold at times. We have not sworn him nor any other rule any oath. We serve only the eternal fire, and we've listened only to our own consciences. Who can join us? Any who is right of soul and sound of body. You can find us in every large city in the north. We will give you board, lodging, and a weapon. We will explain how to spot the telltale signs of evil. Birthmarks in strange and arcane shapes. Smooth skin on a matron gates more than 30 springs. And black cats kept in the yard, a name to name but a few. We will show you how to defend yourself from witchcraft, how to tame and snuff out magic elements with Timeritium. We will instruct you how to squeeze the sinners, darkest secrets out of them with a hot iron, and how to grant them cleansing death with the help of sacred fire. Huh? Can I go here?
This might come as news to the gentleman, but the towel wrapped around one's waist is not fitting attire for an audience. The gentleman will kindly dress.
It's perfect, let's go. Damn it. Okay, we'll pick something. I like this one. Oh. I'll check the whole set. Yes. I guess I need to put it on. We can keep the towel at least.
A touch tight in the waist, but it will do. Does the outfit satisfy the gentleman?
I don't really have other choice other than those two, so I guess so.
A studded doublet and a sword on my back. That's what would satisfy me.
Yes, exactly.
Tough when in Nilfgaard.
Yes.
It's a saying. So what now? Powder my nose?
No need. The gentleman's complexion is light enough. The gentleman is to stand before the ruler of the North and South. I must confirm that he knows how to bow.
I won't bow to anyone. I'm not a boar. I mean, I know how to bow, but I won't bow.
Boar. I know how to bow.
Please, demonstrate. That is how you might bow to a whore on a street corner, not to the Emperor of Nilfgaard. Please watch. Leg extended, hand flat, head down, chin to chest. The gentleman will rehearse.
Well, I have to. This is absurd.
Gotta be kidding.
Not at all. I am mortally serious. Does the gentleman know the penalty for breaches of etiquette in the Emperor's presence? 200 lashes. I do not
I
wish
don't
that
care.
upon him, so I will not let him leave until I am confident that he knows how to behave.
Hands at the side. This is not the correct one, but I want to see it.
Please, this is neither the time nor the place for such antics. The gentleman will watch carefully. Leg extended, hand flat, head down, chin to chest. The gentleman will rehearse. Lacking fluidity and grace. But we've learned to expect less of Nordlings. Come with me.
I'm still not gonna do it.
The gentleman will address the Emperor only when asked to, and using the appropriate title.
Your arch magnificency.
I see the gentleman is in the mood for jests. I fear the Emperor might not share his disposition. Your Majesty will suffice.
Can I go somewhere else? Oh, let's
Loudly,
follow him.
clearly, and with respect.
We can go down as well. Oh. Who's this guy?
Grimi eb art ketzer. Daifen aden in karn eb marvut. Emir var emreis.
Bow. Your Imperial Majesty.
Arer ep do orde.
Weljen namen, wat kan favor? So many months at Foltest Court, yet you still haven't mastered the basics of etiquette.
Know what they say? Can't teach an old wolf new tricks.
I'm a witcher. That's...
Take it you didn't summon me to reminisce about the good old days, so...
Silence. My daughter Cirilla, she's returned. And
Oh.
she's in danger. The wild
Ciri?
hunt pursues her. You will find her and bring her to me.
Are you sure? Ciri left. Went far, far away.
Do you believe I drag you here in the middle of a war to discuss a rumor?
I think anyone can be wrong, even an emperor.
I had forgotten how insolent you can be. I haven't the time to convince you, nor the desire, in fact. Yennefer will do that after the audience.
How many men in your army? 20,000? 30? So why me?
You know why. Because she trusts you.
She trusts me, yes.
That was angry.
Tell me why you're looking for her. Doubt it's about making up for all those lost years.
For reasons of state, as always. Enough of this banter. You will agree regardless. If for no other reason than because I shall pay you. More than you customarily receive for a contract. Considerably more.
Save your generosity for those whose homes your armies have razed. I'll do it for Ciri, not for your gold.
Your motives do not interest me. Only results. Yennefer will tell you the rest. This audience is finished. Mererid! Take him to the sorceress.
The gentleman might understand. Did I not emphasize adequately that one must bow to the Emperor?
Well, you must, I don't have to.
Nothing happened.
To the gentleman. But I shall be punished.
How?
Well,
Please keep close and bother no one.
well, screw your
Which is all
emperor
to get
then.
For one day. And it's past noon.
Calm yourself.
What? Do you know who you're talking to, soldier?
Do you think it
I'm
becoming
Helivar
to
the
disturb
Second,
a
Prince
lady?
of Elander. Not only
Yes.
am I made to wait here like some supplicant, but with who for company? A tint.
Wait, no. There was a thing I was supposed... I can't check my inventory. Oh, okay. Can I find it here? This thing. You can pick it up at your later after your audience with him. When you exit the throne room, simply follow the covered walkway in the courtyard, turning right at the corner. The first door on your left.
Hannah's Guild. As if it makes the gentleman will have time for a stroll. I demand.
There's nothing down here, right? What's in here? Oh! Wild hunt. For farmers and herdsmen, milkmaids to midwives, all the common folk of the continent whisper telling tales of gratefully persistent fawning across the sky. The wild hunt, they call it. Winds and gales, storms and blizzards arise when it is sighted, and all grows cold. Though the sun shone bright moments before, some remember only the cold from the shock of the encounter, and claim the riders come always in winter. But nay, this is not so. The hunt brings its own ice. Yeah, they did. When they were following us, it was cold. Didn't war gallop in its wake, or so the superstition goes, yet evil enough is the hunt itself. It takes folk captive, youths, most often in the prime of their wilding years. With 10 to 20 summers behind them, the hunt rushes in and they disappear, only to return long years later with no memory of what passed in the time between. Damn it. It's locked.
And I'd fain.
The gentleman will have time for a stroll later. Please stay with me.
Oh. What's broken? Oh, what happened here? Oh, we can go here? Whoa. This is a long place actually. I can't
to
go
be a date.
there. Huh. Okay, okay.
Stay with me.
Ja, alleen. Raadsleden, en ik, es toen is sauer aan mijn
Es ist sant. Es war notlich. Shegena Tuvi.
I saw you.
King Red Greylegat en Selfit den Krafte. Eset Lenten etnot Make. En Selfit den Sikiat Hefet. Kasper ken Guvelde. Tumeva. Im Herod Kassi Vandra Slaffi ep. Karten tu.
Once the gentleman is done, he should see me to retrieve his possessions.
Talk to Jennifer. She's on the right. Okay.
Will sharpened yet. Yes? Then transcribe. The true authority in Novigrad is not the city council or the merchants' guild, but the Church of the Eternal Fire and the criminal underworld. At times it is difficult to tell the one from the other. They both display a similar ruthlessness and cynicism that...
Please wait, Your Excellency. I'm falling behind.
You know what? I'll write the report myself. You'll need only
Oh.
prepare a clean draft. In triplicate.
Read that one. Does it mark it? Books. Oh, I don't know which one I've read before. What shall become of Samaria? think we read something about it. We didn't read that one. I think. Oh. Okay. Royal lineage of the North. Cyrilia, Fiona Ellen Riane, born in 1251. Heiress to the throne of Cintra. Princess of Braget and Duchess of Southern, heiress to the... Oh, it's such a heritage. A shipwreck occurred during a journey from Cintra to Skellige, which took the lives of the Urcheon and Pavette. Ciria's birthday Abu ring was then entrusted to her grandmother in 1260. Afraid of the looming Nilfgaardian threat, Queen Calanthea sent Cyrilla to the court of King Erwil. See Erwil of Verdun, where the heiress of Cintra was to marry the heir to the throne of the Verdun, Prince Christian, see Christian of Verdun. Though allying with Herden and gaining the aid of the Royal Army was, at the time, Calanthea's top priority. No marriage ever occurred, and Cyrilla returned to her grandmother's court in 1262. During the so-called Cintra massacre, Cyrilla went missing. No one claimed to have traveled to the northern realms who has not been to Novigrad. If I were forced to list what during my many meanderings has made the great impression on me, it would be precisely this great and yet at the same time free city. A metropolis worthy of the empire. Its only flaw is that the civilization Nilfgaard carries within her has not yet enlightened it. This is why hordes of reactionary cultists of the Eternal Fire dwell in the midst of these excellent buildings and superb commercial infrastructure. One feels as though superstition is how the local hierarch and his employee guard cement their power over the city dwellers, and many they are to control, for the city counts no less than 30,000 inhabitants. While strolling through its fabulous port, surrounded by marvels of architecture, it is hard to imagine that centuries ago Novigrad was a mere minor elven homestead. When the city fell into the hands of the Nordlings, its problems grew exponentially. For as is well known, the people of the North can do a great many things, but peaceful and orderly cohabitation is not one of them. And so Novigrad first belonged to Redania and then fell under Temerian rule, until finally, after endless compromises and bargains, it is at last became a free city. But is the city truly free? I dare you to doubt it. Redanian influence makes itself felt too strongly on every street corner, and the fact that the city is located within Neredovic's territories speaks for itself. While wandering the city streets, I came across 4 watermills, 8 banks, and nearly 19 pawn shops. There are also a great many houses of simple pleasures, such as taverns and brawlers. And Novigrad's commitment to matter of faith is borne witness to by the fact that the city contains no less than, I kid you not, 19 temples of the Eternal Fire. What more can be said? I think Novigrad has all the makings of the capital of the world, and perhaps that is what it will one day become. First, however, someone needs to bring order to within her walls. What shall become of Temeria? Temeria, a land where milk and honey once flowed, in what did she wrong the gods that they should treat her so cruelly? The pair of the north took some, she proved a galloping range for Nilfgaardian cavalry to others. As a country, it had survived 2 previous wars against the Empire. It was here that the war's bloodiest battle were fought. It was in Temeria, where their most bestial deeds were wrought. It was Temerian civilians who bore the full brand of these wars' horrors. And bear them we did, bravely and steadfastly, until the demise of our great protector, King Foltest. Then Providence turned its fickle face from Temeria, murdered most treacherously Foltest failed to leave Temeria a worthy successor, and so all manners of cure soon fell upon her, tearing her apart like so much carrion. She had no more allies than none. Remembered that we had once been the armor protecting the north from the design of the Mad Dancer, he who had the gravestones of his foes pounded into a ballroom floor. A free and independent Cimmerian is no more. A dark-faced sun looms over her every rampart. Yet we, Cimmerians, live on, and always will, as long as Volk believe the usurper who took our beloved capital, Viziva, to treat as his property will forever peer over his shoulder in fear. For in the shadows lurks not one dagger, but the power of a nation of daggers, waiting to deal justice blow.
Vedimi, directly out of the Nordling tale. Inconceivable.
Geralt, that tunic. You look positively smashing.
Dying to take it off.
I'd consider that a proposition under different circumstances. One I might even take you up on. But we've matters to attend to. Now do you understand why I'm at Emir's court?
Uh-huh. And seems we're in the same boat now. Ciri, she's really back? No chance he's mistaken?
Look, that's more or less what she looks like now. Or so our agents claim. Our little witch has grown into a young lady.
Yes, we grew up.
How about that? She's grown up?
It's been years since you trained together at Kaer Morhen. A great deal has changed.
You haven't. Not a bit.
I missed those awkward compliments of yours. But let's focus on Ciri, all right?
Right. Emir said the Wild Hunt's after her. I'd find that hard to believe before what happened yesterday. How did they track us down?
Because of me.
Hmm?
You see, I've spent months searching for Ciri, using locating spells, haruspicy, geomancy, anything, really. I knew the Wild Hunt might sense it, perhaps even find me, but I thought I'd tricked them.
Well, guess you were wrong.
I've sensed them on my trail, hunting me, for some time. If not for you and Emir's soldiers, they'd have gotten what they were after. I can't risk another encounter like that. It's time to put away the magic, turn to more traditional methods. To the best tracker I know. You must find her, Geralt. Before the Wild Hunt does.
The Wild Hunt? What could it want from Ciri?
I've no clue, Geralt. Might have written them to ask, but I don't have their address. I know as much as you do. It must be about her blood. Her gift. As for what the Hunt wishes to do with that gift, I prefer not to think about it, really.
So where's Ciri been seen, exactly?
In two places. Velen and Novigrad. The trail in Velen is most promising. You should make that your first stop. Ask for a merchant named Hendrik at the inn at the crossroads. One of the Emperor's agents. He should get in touch with you.
That's it? No passwords, secret handshakes?
None. Sorry to spoil your fun. Your boyhood fantasies about the crafts of the trade. All we have in Novigrad are unconfirmed reports, rumors. But there you will have the help of our mutual acquaintance. Triss Merigold. Apparently she's got a cozy flat on the main square.
Sure she'll be delighted to see me. What about you? What will you do?
I shall sail for Skellige. There was a magic explosion there recently, blew half a forest down. I believe this had something to do with Ciri. I'll be in Caer Trolde. Join me there once you've learned something.
One thing before we go. Why didn't you contact me? Didn't need me? Didn't even want to see me?
I didn't want to spoil things. I'd heard you and Triss made a great couple.
Oh.
Yen, I'd lost my memory.
Really?
Oh.
That's your excuse? Let's drop it, all right? It's not what you think, or it helped me understand how much I love you. I don't wish to hear it. Any of it.
Because we had a relationship with Triss.
Guess this means we need to split up again. Not my preference, but I understand. Clock's ticking.
It is indeed. So why don't I teleport you to Velen, get you there at once?
Not gonna happen. I'll go on horseback as soon as I can get changed.
Have it your way? Oh, and you really look quite dashing in black velvet.
Think so? Maybe I can have some of my armor lined with it. Good luck, Yen.
Same to you. And if you wish to learn what's happened in the world while you and Vesemir roamed the wilderness, talk to Ambassador Varatra. That's him over there. And Geralt, I know it's wartime, but try not to be a hero, all right? Just check those leads and come back to me, in one piece. I shall be waiting. Yes? Yes?
Ah.
Portals.
Ah, I wanted to go with her.
A shame I have no time.
What? What? Okay. Because it's not working anymore.
Scars
Seriously.
heal nicely.
Oh. Get all the books. A letter to Jennifer. Oh. Oh, this is it. The stuff. White Tiger of the West armor? I'll read it. Letter found in Jennifer's chest. My dear friend, if you're in this, it means you have found the chest I mentioned in my previous letter. You'll be pleased to know its contents belong to you. After I spoke with the Emperor regarding additional resources to aid in your quest, he was willing to part with these items from his personal collection, although he was stubbornly cryptic regarding their origins. He did mention they were diplomatic gifts from distant kingdoms. The tiger armor is specifically designed to suit a Western ruler. Obviously, Ermir in this case. It was forged in the ancient style of blacksmiths who stole the secrets of its construction from their gods, or so the legends go. The sword to my eye resembles a Redanian saber. Though I'm no expert, these blades supposedly once belonged to a hero of myth and mystery. The man forged a pact with a Vixen spirit, and through her blessing was granted the ability to stay the monsters that had long plagued this village. As you'll notice, he carried both steel and silver sword, a fact I thought might pique your interest, because he was a witcher. Something in the lines. Unfortunately, legends are all I can offer. As I said, Empire was stingy with the details, even more so than usual. It's a shame, because I must admit I haven't the faintest idea where they might originate. That being said, I do believe Zerikania and Ophir can certainly be ruled out. Dear friend, I trust you will appreciate my efforts to help. Use these gifts as you see fit. I hope they will hasten your search for that which we have lost. Your friend, Jennifer. A portrayal of the Elden races. Half-blind for their... Still a exclamation mark on this. Are more reminiscent of gophers, fat, lazy, and loud in the... Oh. See, who knows? Colecta was console de worker. I'm not gonna read all of this because I already read a lot of books, honestly. Oh. Jennifer, my dear friend, thank you for your letter. Forgive me for not answering your earlier attempt to reach me via Megascope. I'm trying to limit my magic communication to the absolute minimum. One never knows who was listening, don't you agree? I'm delighted you have found a position at your Grace's Emperor's court and wish you the best of luck in the search for his daughter. It is good to know that Emphire's intentions for her have become more, how shall I put it, mundane. Perhaps in these circumstances, an agreement regarding the lodge will prove possible after all. In response to your first question, I can state beyond all doubt that Ciri has not appeared anywhere south of the Yagaruga. Believe me, I could recognize her magic signature in my sleep. I have not had any contact with Trace for a long time. I only know that things in Novigrad have taken an ill turn. She mentioned something earlier about fleeing to Kovir, but I am afraid that in the current political climate that amounts to an impossible daydream. I hope I will soon be able to join you in Vizima. First, however, I must take care of some unfortunate yet urgent matters in Beauclair. With my fondest regards, Fringilli La Vigo. Thank you for the news about Geralt. He always seems to land on his feet, doesn't he? Oh. I can't check my inventory. Ash. Give me that empty
What do
bottle.
you mean? Directly out of Nordling?
Ambassador Varatra, Yennefer suggested I ask you about current events, the war and so on.
Of course. The Emperor's servants should keep no secrets from each other. If you will, let us approach the map.
Oh.
How's the war going? I mean, apart from the fact that Nilfgaard's triumph is imminent.
I assume this to be a private conversation. We've no witnesses, so let's dispense with the propaganda, even that shrouded in irony. Our offensive was going splendidly until winter came. Edirn was in such disarray that we encountered no resistance. We had reached the Pontar before the first snows. Only a weakened Kedwin remained, and Radovid's Redania, which had ignored the rest of the North's pleas for help. We thought they'd sue for peace, perhaps even submit to vassalization. We waited for spring, certain of victory.
Radovid? Submit?
Yes, a vain hope, I agree. Radovid sent no peace envoy, nor did he advance on our positions. Instead, he trudged over the snow-bound Kestrel Mountains and attacked Kedwen, his ally. This attack took the Kedweni by surprise. They were still mourning the loss of their king. Rudderless and dejected, they laid down their arms after a few lost skirmishes and joined Radovid. And so by spring, instead of 2 weak enemies, we had only one powerful one.
What about Kavir?
Kavir values its neutrality, enough not to lend its armies, or more importantly, even its coin to either side. Returning to the war, this spring there was a massive battle in the marshes of Velen. Massive, yet indecisive. Both sides suffered enormous losses, unprecedented even. Radovid has retreated across the Pontar. He's safe for now, until reinforcements arrive from the south. Then Emperor Emir var Emrys will deal with him once and for all.
Couldn't you just go home? Save everyone a lot of marching, not to mention a few human lives.
I'm afraid the stakes are too high to fold now. We can only go all in.
Okay.
How do things look in Velen?
As bad as ever, perhaps worse. This land never flowed with milk and honey, and now it flows with blood. Armies have swept through it several times, trampling fields, looting granaries, burning villages. Famine grips the populace.
So how's ruling that earthly paradise going for you?
Not well, to be honest. Our forces are spread thin as it is, and Velen is chiefly swampy forests that are difficult to control. We've had several patrols never return to their camps. Thus, we've temporarily delegated authority in this region to a certain Nordling, a former low-ranking officer in the Temerian army, one Philip Strenger, better known by his nom de guerre, the Bloody Baron. I advise you well. Avoid him.
Any news from Novigrad? Is the free city still free?
Yes, although everyone knows this won't last. Radovid is in Oxenfurt, and the Emperor is here in Vizima, at Novigrad's doorstep, both. And both require coin and ships. Novigrad can provide these. Which is why the mood in the city is rather, well, on edge.
Meaning?
How do men deal with fear? They seek reassurance and scapegoats.
The Church
The
of the
Church of
Eternal
the
Fire?
Eternal Fire understands this perfectly, and so it promises to improve the lives of its flock by pointing out the guilty. Who started the war? Who profits from it? Why, it's obvious. Mages, elves, dwarves, in a word, any and all deviants. I've been stationed in Novigrad for 13 years. First as a consul, then as ambassador. I've seen a great deal. Cruelty, cynicism, greed. But what is happening there now concerns me greatly.
What's new in Skellige?
Nothing. The islanders pride themselves on that, don't they? Doing everything according to tradition, as their forefathers did. And like their forefathers, they quarrel with each other, pillage, occasionally attack our transports. This is cumbersome, but nothing more. Skellige has always been a footnote to history, and so it shall remain.
Sound awfully confident. What if King Bran manages to unite the Jarls? Lead all the clans against your fleet?
King Bran is a feeble old man. From what I know, he barely remembers the names of his own vassals. Uniting all might prove difficult.
Thanks for your help.
Think nothing of it. May the great sun light your
Don't.
path. Yes, Geralt? Something else?
Nothing.
Thanks for your help.
Think nothing.
No. Oh. Wait. Oh, we moved here. Oh, okay. guess that will be it for this episode. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.